Welcome, listeners, to the podcast Eberron Adventures, a real D&D podcast set in the world of Eberron. Let's listen as we hear the adventures of 6 unique personalities: Skogar, a tall half-orc bounty hunter, fighter; Velma, a 5-foot-tall human rogue that's a journalist; Lukar, a male Lightfoot halfling sorcerer; Azuri, Kalashtar cleric; Lissa, a human wizard; and Jack, a blaseball player with an undeclared major. They're all attending Windshire University as they develop and hone their skills to become adventurers and, dare I say, heroes. But lore and rules lawyers beware. We pick and choose rules we want to stick to, and the lore is freestyled. So let's jump right back into the action and listen to the newest episode of Eberron Adventures. All right. Yeah, let's jump right into it. So this is session number 10, by the way. That's pretty exciting. So nice. It just keeps zooming. No pun intended. See, I didn't realize I did that. That's so great. And Velma, are you on?
Yes,
Wonderful.
I am.
Good evening. All right, so we're gonna say that this question that we're gonna talk about, we're gonna say it took place on your guys when you guys took your stroll from the One Cave system to Larry's Lair of Loopiness. So we'll say that I would think that this would be something that maybe Lukar might start the conversation, because he seems more of a guy that has feels and is kind and, considerate of others and stuff. So he would want to share what is something small one of his companions did to make his life better recently, and then he'd want to ask somebody else in the group what they thought of that.
Yeah. So I was reminiscing with Velma about the time when I was studying for my sorcery midterm, and I was having a really hard time. There's like lots going on. The professor was really on my back, and I had to do well on this exam, and I just couldn't handle Azuri's constant like jitteriness and sort of like his pessimism, and it was just getting on me. And without even asking, Velma just sort of said, hey, Azuri, why don't we go for a walk? And got him out of my hair for a couple hours. And so I could be focused on the studying. And then when Velma came back, she brought some donuts too, which I appreciated.
Yeah. Windshire, the Windshire donut shop makes some mean donuts. So I hear.
So I didn't say, I was just sort of reminiscing about this with Velma on the way to as we were going through the cave. I'm like, remember that? I really appreciate that. And, Azuri's a good guy, but sometimes, it could be a little bit much, but that I really appreciated it at that time. So what about you, Velma? Anybody do anything nice for you?
Funnily enough, it's very similar to that, only it's cheating because it's a little bit further back. And I really learned to appreciate Azuri because he's always, I don't think we should do this. And, this is kind of creepy. Let's get out of here. And, we're drunk at 3 a.m. and somebody says, let's go to Presto's donut shop. And it's not in an instant, but it tastes like it is. And he said, no, maybe we ought to go back. And, we need sugar now. So back, which I call the Bullywug connection, when we were raiding a Bullywug drug den. And, Azuri was same Azuri. We should avoid this place. But, things just got a little bit out of hand. And then there's Azuri, who stuck by us all. And I'm sure there's some religiosity technology going on here, but it didn't happen quite like this. But I remember it he was a flower girl and sprinkling rose petals on everyone. And then that's when I knew that Azuri was one of us and he would stick by us. So, let me bring up my notes.
I really, we're lucky, Velma. We got a good roommate.
We do, except for like the screaming at night. And Zuri, the thing is, if you're just having nightmares, Pam down at student counseling does dream interpretation. You'll be fine with her. But if there's something mystical going on, something weird, then I'm sure that we'd all like to help you out, and it'd be a great mystery.
Yeah, Velma, I'll have to go check them out. I mean, I'm kind of new to the whole dreaming thing. It's not really something I've done a lot of ever before now, so it's really kind of weird and freaky. And I was gonna say, Velma, one of the things you did for me was taking me to the donut shop, but it feels like that memory might be a little bit tainted now because it was just to get me out of Lucar's hair. So, Lucar, I want to say one of the things you did for me recently, and I know it may not have seemed like a big thing to you, but it was one of those nights. You were up studying, and I kind of bolted awake and like was frantically like looking around the room some because it was another one of those dreams, but without screaming. And you looked right at me after I bolted up, and then you just didn't say anything about it, and you didn't make it a big deal, and that meant a lot to me to not have to explain myself in that situation because it was scary, and I didn't want to. So thank you. I did appreciate the donuts though too. Yeah. So
I'm more than happy to not talk about your dreams whenever you don't want to.
I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, Lucar. Skogar, what you're quiet over there. What's something that someone's done for you recently that you've appreciate?
Yeah. Thank you, Lucar. So Velma, if Velma was there, he would say, she. Well, yes, I guess. I was thinking.
I guess I sound a little bit like Lumpy Space Princess from.
Well, you think that's deep? You should have heard my second girlfriend. She could roar, let's say. But back there, you did something for me that I can't say I've seen that kind of kindness before. When I was, let's say, knocking on death's door, you came up, and without hesitation, you brought me up.
I am touched that everyone sees. I just do what I do. I didn't realize that this is so meaningful for you all.
Well, it strikes a chord with me. I grew up, let's say, a little bit more
oh, the suspense. As he freezes. You froze.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, totally did.
You
grew up and then ...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So when back the last time I was that low. Did I freeze again?
Yes.
My audio's freezing?
Just a touch.
Oh.
Give it one more shot. I
Okay.
think you can get it.
Yeah, but the last time I was on death's door like that was when I was a kid and teen and slipped on some rocks. They didn't check real quick or too long, so they thought I was dead. It was just waking up as they were putting the dirt on me, and just you just running to my aid and getting me up right away and knowing what was wrong. You have a little insight about you that I do appreciate, Velma.
Well, thank you very much.
So yeah, so Skogar, after saying that, who do you want to hear from? You want to hear from Jack or Lissa?
And Velma went, right?
Yep. Everybody's gone except for Lissa and Jack.
Yeah. Yeah, and Lissa, yeah. You know, nobody's talked about me yet. I don't know. And he just kind of looks away. Oh, okay, it's fine. Yeah.
Melissa's just like, well, I was actually going to say something nice about Jack, but
Oh yeah, there's a lot of nice things you can say about him. Yeah, yeah.
because he seems like, he seems like he's just all about the money and trying to, like, I don't know, grift people a little bit. But the other day he brought me home or to our dorm room this like little case that had like a window in front, like a piece of glass, and I could like mount it to the wall so I could put some of my bugs in there. And I just really liked it because it like protects some of I could put a couple more that are more delicate and then protect them a little bit. I had to like polish it up a little bit. And I asked him where he got it, and he said it was just sitting there, like nobody wanted it. So
wow.
yeah. So it's just
I mean,
the
first part was really nice. It ended a little lower, but
well, I mean,
Yeah.
he saw something and he was like, "Oh, Alyssa would like that."
Yeah, well, that is
Yeah.
nice. And then you just keep them alive a little longer before you stab them to the board, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I still stab them to the board, but now no other critters can get at them when they're dead.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, you'll have to show me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm glad that you chose Lissa in front of me because, well, I was going to say something completely different, but no, I'd have to say, oh man, I got to say, like Skogar's always. There was this one time that Skogar got. No, I can't say that one. But no, Skogar's always good for.
Oh, he's Skogar nods. It's like, oh yeah. I'd rather you not.
Yeah, Skogar's always good for a laugh. I mean, we've had some late nights where, we're like we're gonna go study, but instead we're like, egging the dean's house or whatever. Like we're just having a lot of. I mean, Skogar's always good to take some response. Just have some fun. Good laughs all night long. I mean, Skogar's down. Like he's ready to go.
Rock on, brother.
That's what I like about Skogar, and he's got great taste in music. So yeah, he's got the original pressings of the Murder Hobos.
Nice. All right. So as you recall, you were just led into the main entrance of Larry's lair of loopiness. So we're going to jump right in. So I have a little map sharing, so we can just kind of talk through some of the different areas that you're going to be going into this cave system. So as you walk into the main entrance, as you walk into this space, you see ornate stone walls that look a little bit wet. On either side, there is a small stage, one to your left and one to your right, in a little alcove area. On each stage is a humanoid sculpture standing there. The one on the left is in a threatening battle pose holding a sword. And on the right side is one dressed in wizard's robes holding a spell book, and their hand is raised up pointing outwards. And that is what you see in this area.
We've come from the top or the bottom, I'm sorry.
You're coming from the bottom through this really grandiose entrance.
And just to clarify, we came through a janky portal run by some janky dudes about.
Yes, when you left the other place and then had to walk a path that was maybe about like 4 miles or so.
Right, I'm recalling, and so all right.
Yeah.
I'd like to get closer to the spellcaster on the right and see if there's any signs or anything I recognize or anything.
Yeah,
else.
great. Okay, so as you go to the right statue, you see a sign that says Lawrence of Margul Pass. And next to the sign, there's a green button and a red button.
Have I heard of Margul Pass before?
Why don't you do a history check?
Well, that is a 15.
Okay, and let me pull up the map, the world map, if you will, real quick here. And see if I can even find where this place is. Because I didn't screen snip it like I do with other stuff because I'm still learning like all the areas. So we'll say yeah that you've heard of it in passing, but you don't really like, you're not 100% sure on where it is, but you do know that you've heard of it.
All right, I will say, hey, there's some buttons here. I'm not tempted to push them right away, but what with all the loopiness that could ensue? What's going on over on the other side, gang? Anyone?
All right, I'll go over and look at the fighting man.
The one on the left, yeah, okay. So that one.
And to remind Lucar that in the order of battle, we want to kill the healer, then the mage, then the others. Should it come to that?
Got it.
So
sounds kind of wimpy, but all right.
you see a sign on this one that says Lawrence of Skullreeve, and you see a green button and a red button there as well.
Lawrence of, do they look like brothers?
I mean, you could do a perception check. DC won't be very high.
Well, I got a 17 on history about Lawrence of Skullreeve.
Okay. So you know of Skullreeve from some of your history classes. It's at Windshire, and you're also able to tell that the Lawrence of Skullreeve and the Lawrence of Margul Pass appear to be the same Lawrence.
Ooh, multi-classing. I think you were briefly interested in that, Lucar.
Briefly, yeah. I've decided against it.
Well, this is a wizard who's didn't mind taking up the fighting mantle. Or was it the other way around?
So, do we want to press any of these buttons?
Yes, we do.
I vote the green for go.
Lissa, do it.
On three.
Which one?
Both.
Both
at the same time?
Both green buttons at the
No, I think just one.
Wait,
I can't do
right.
both at the same time. Not without overdubs.
As they're pressing the button, Skogar is reaching up to the stone sword and kind of looking at this sculpture in the stone sword, and he's like kind of grabbing at it.
Okay.
Especially because he's been walking around without a weapon. He's like, "Could I use this?"
Left or right? Left or right first?
The left. The right.
I am going to step out of the way since Skogar is here to save the world and take this stone sword.
Well, he's reaching at it as you press the buttons. I was just thinking that was like he was doing with everybody else.
So we're going to start with the one.
We all agreed to fighting man first.
Yeah. Okay. So you press the green button, and then you hear over some speaker system, and it says it's in some kind of broken audio plays and says, Lawrence was a fine warrior that was known in certain circles as Larry Looper. This was due to his unique fighting style that he gained from his summers spent at a monk's hovel in the fated forest of Breland. The first of his family to split his class, he was an integral part of the victories in the battles at Lakesire, which was pre-morning. And that's all it says.
Lissa is nodding like, oh, interesting.
And then, a few seconds later, it loops and says it again. Lawrence was a fine warrior that was known in certain circles as Larry
I'm
Looper.
pressing the red button.
All right. So as you press the red button, the statue with the sword in it starts to move like it's an animatronic, right? And Skogar, you have your hand on the sword.
Yeah, I guess he was grabbing up at it.
Okay. So the statue lifts up its sword and
Getting
then
out my
kind of
dice.
robotically turns towards you and then swings its sword back down at you.
Okay.
Not too quickly though.
All right.
So it's going to be something that it's going to do at disadvantage, and it's going to miss you. But you see that this statue is actually it's a clay golem. And
Ooh.
but it's, I mean, for those of you that have been looking at this up close, so to whomever pressed the button, and Skogar, even you can tell that this is not this is pretty shoddy workmanship here. So like it's very slow. So you're not necessarily super intimidated. I will give you the opportunity if you'd like to. We don't have to go in initiative order just yet. If you'd like to counter.
Yeah. He has something in mind.
Okay.
He is going to use one of his battle master maneuvers to try to, I don't know if it's going to work, but this is what he's going to wholeheartedly do.
Okay.
Attack with disarming attack. See if
Okay.
you can like rip that clay sword off of him or whatever that
Do
may
it.
be.
Do it.
All right. Ah, crap. 13 to hit.
You whack him, and you're able to dislodge the sword.
Oh,
So
nice.
now it's just
Which
kind
I
of
would have
like
had to make a contesting strength check to do such by my rules, or if you want to play it however you want.
No, it's fine. You whack him in such a way that the sword drops, and so now it's like with an empty hand, it's like essentially trying to now punch instead. And you see that one of its feet is starting to move, like it is slowly planning on leaving its little platform area. But its movement it's like in slow motion. So this thing is like not going to be moving out of its space anytime soon. But so as you knock the sword out of its hand and it falls to the ground, it then tries to take another swing at you, but this time just with its fist. And does a 12 hit you?
It does because Skogar is
Okay.
just wearing leather pants.
That's four bludgeoning to your noggin. As it bops you on the head for 4 damage. And as it's doing it, like the voice, so the narrating voice stopped from pressing the red button. But like you can still hear like kind of the sizzle from the speaker as you get whacked on the head. Does anybody want to provide an assist to Skogar?
Sure, I'm right there, but
Okay.
my strength sucks.
Well,
What would you like me to do? D20? Add
yeah.
strength?
I mean, what are you doing, like specifically?
Since he just got clobbered on the head, I am going to once again move in and drag him out of harm's way.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna pull Skogar out of the way, basically.
Yes, this thing is moving slowly enough. I think I can.
Okay.
I think I could dodge some attacks.
I think that's more of a Skogar allowing you to do it then, more so than an actual
then we'll see
check.
if I'm assisting.
Okay. So Skogar, are you?
Because if I'm contesting, then I lose.
Yeah, Skogar, are you responding in kind, or are you being?
Yeah, Skogar's usually following the group, so he's like, "Oh wait, what? What are we doing?" But as he's being dragged away, he's going to try to kick the sword with him.
Do a dex check.
Oh my God, crit fail.
Yeah, you don't get the sword.
Okay.
You do manage to utter sword, but that's really about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the statue is very slowly trying to move off this platform. Does anybody else want to do anything to it? I don't know, like a spellcaster that could cast a ranged attack of some kind, maybe. I don't know.
I will cast Ray of Frost on it.
There you go.
I only got a 9 to hit.
Womp, womp.
Why don't you roll with advantage?
Well, let me do that. I also only roll a 9 to hit.
Womp,
Okay.
Oh, no.
womp,
Um,
womp,
So
womp.
what I will say is this is we determined Ray of Frost is a cantrip, right?
Yes,
Okay. And you're at 1 through 7, remember, for your wild magic.
6, but yes.
1 through 6, yeah. Okay, so you do manage to hit one of its feet, which although it doesn't do damage, it does kind of slow it down even more. So it's even taken longer. Anybody else want to do anything?
Guys, I don't think we should just push the button. I think we could just head out, and I'll give it a sacred flame from where I'm
Okay.
at. So it's gonna need to make a dex check.
That's going to be a disadvantage. We're just going to call it disadvantage right now because of its extreme lack of speed. And that's going to be a 7.
Oh yeah, that's a fail, and it will
Okay.
take a D8 of radiant damage here. So
Okay.
4 radiant damage.
Okay.
Look,
As you
guys,
hit it with
we should get out of here.
the radiant damage, it goes and just sort of like kind of slumps down and stops working. And let's see, Velma, can you just do why don't you just do a perception check for me real quick?
Alrighty, perception. With a +5, that's 17.
Okay, you are able to discern that although this looks like a golem, it's giving you some serious artificer vibes of like more of a construct than an actual golem creature. And so that one has been turned off, so to speak. Did you guys want to do anything to the one on the right?
Does this one have buttons too?
It does. Green and red.
Oh, let's hit the green.
Wait a minute, wait, it's the same guy. We're gonna get the same speech.
This one might be different. Come on,
Oh, it'll probably expand on it.
right? We want to learn more.
Listen,
Sugar
it's
picks
the
up the
green
phone.
Velma,
button.
you're always wanting to investigate more. Come on.
So this one, some slightly less broken audio starts to play. It sounds like this one's a little bit, maybe people don't favor this button as much. And it's like, this skilled wizard became a ranger in his later years, and for decades was the guardian of Margul Pass, protecting the citizens of the country of Dargoon from any unwanted invaders from the north. He was known as Loopy Lawrence for his skills at causing mass confusion for invaders to the point where they would walk in circles until they died of starvation and dehydration.
Wow,
Nice.
that's kind of cruel.
And then
Hit the red button.
and then as you ready to say hit the red button, the voice starts up again, reads the whole speech over again. In a loop, if you will.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Gonna press the red button or let this one ride? Thoughts?
Hit the red. Hit the red.
Let it ride.
Double down.
We got one red, we got one let it ride. So we got one on each side. Come on, let's put this to vote. Let's go.
Lissa wants to hit it.
Or just hit it, Lissa. You don't have to vote if you
Yeah,
hit it.
there you go.
No,
So
her hand is like
Vote-
hovering.
vote-
Like, should I? I really
Vote
want
with your
to.
fingers, Lissa. Come on.
Jack or
Skogard.
Skogard.
You
Azuri-
guys.
Well, I
Skogard
know
picks
what
up-
Azuri's vote is.
Yeah. And you pretty much know what Skogard says. He picks up his clay sword. He kind of nods at you, and he looks down at his sword. And he's like, "Wait a second, this thing's made of clay. All right, bring it."
All right. Then she presses it. Good enough.
And the wizard statue like and this one actually talks and says, "Prepare to be destroyed."
Oh,
and then it puts its hand out and it's going to shoot a let's let's see, what's an appropriate, what's that low level
death.
lightning spell or lightning cantrip? What is it? Trying to think.
That's
Shocking
shocking
grasp.
That's,
Yeah, there we go.
really
Shocking
heavy.
grasp. So, Lissa, you were the close one pressing the button,
Yep,
right?
I was.
So yeah, it's gonna reach its hand out, and it just manages to touch your shoulder, and it's
Ah,
gonna cast shocking grasp on you. And
Okay.
give me a second to get
The base of
there.
it's like 1d8. It's a spell attack, melee spell attack. I think it's 1d8
Oh, okay.
to start, and then
Okay.
I think it kills reactions, if I'm not mistaken.
And
Yeah.
as it touches you and it starts to cast it, and it just goes and doesn't do anything.
Whew, that was a close one.
And it's like, and then it says again, prepare to be destroyed.
So I would love to like climb on its back and take 2 daggers and just like jab it into its neck.
Do it.
Skogar, you're
Okay.
up.
Do it. I won't even ask for a dex on that one. That's because that sounds too cool. So
So what do you want? You
I-
just want it to happen? It
you
happens.
roll with advantage if you want.
Okie dokie.
I mean, if you roll
Uh,
like crap, we still got to make something comedic happen. But I'll give you the
25 is
opportunity
not
to-
like crap, my friend.
Whoa.
I would say that is not. Your dice are truly blessed. So yeah, roll that damage. This could be a one and done.
All right. That one is hiding from me. That die fell on the floor. Oh, that's a shit roll. Let's see. That's 5, 6, 10 points of damage.
And this one goes.
And I just
And
like
also shuts. And
as
also
as
shuts
it's
down.
falling down, I just keep stabbing it with the other dagger. This place stinks.
Wait, give me a swing! Boom! He hits him with his clay sword.
That's
Um,
right. That's the kind of property damage I like. I know and love from Skogar.
The sword shatters as you take the statue's head
Oh
off.
man!
I think this place sucks because everybody keeps trashing the animatronic displays.
Oh,
They
now we get a
need-
lecture. Oh God.
They need to put like those velvet crowd control ropes up.
Please do not touch the animatronics.
Did we just smash up a museum? He's looking
So-
around.
So as you start to back away from this other statue, there's a booming voice that then speaks and says, "This cave system is the full Larry experience where Lawrence learned his stunning strike, and where Larry cast his first command undead spell that turned the tide at the War of Gaul River. Enter and take part in the excitement and mysteries, for this is opportunity is once in a life." And like slows down and then fizzles out, and then you hear a distant voice and way in the background go, "God damn it!" And you hear
Sounds more
like
like lagging Larry than loopy Larry.
Oh.
oh dang! And you hear some very 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 faint like little ting 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 like someone's like trying to like fix something. And ahead of you is a hallway leading into the next area.
Down the hall.
No.
All right, let's go. See if there's more
Alright.
animatronics to trash.
All right. So as you walk in, there's an unlit bronze brazier. So it's basically, it would just be, ignore these two little things here. It would just be in the center of the room. There's like an unlit bronze brazier in the center of the room. And you can see that there would appear that there's pathways, but they're currently blocked off. As you look within the bronze brazier, you see the burnt black corpse of a cat, and under one of its paws, you see that there's a small package wrapped in leather and knotted with twine.
Well, we gotta find out what that is.
I don't think it's a sword.
Is it just a little ball of yarn? You said it's
All
a
right, so
package.
So
Catnip.
Velma, you take the package and untie and unwrap it.
I'll give it a sniff. If it's just catnip, the hell with it.
It's not catnip. It's are you opening it? I'm assuming.
I will carefully slit the envelope or whatever the packaging is with one of my kitchen knives.
Okay. You find some standard playing cards inside of it, and it is it's a complete deck that is shuffled and containing 13 cards of each suit, as well as 2 Joker cards. All of the face cards feature regal-looking felines, while the 2 Jokers are dogs. On the inside of the wrapper is scrawled a short poem, and that poem reads, "Our small feline friends, their wit most distinguished, pushed to great ends, their chances extinguished."
Okay, is this a deck of meowny things?
Oh,
Yes, Izuri, you collect cards.
I've never heard a better excuse for inspiration, by the way.
Do you have
Jack,
any insight
Jack,
into
you get
what these
advantage
might
on your
be?
next roll. That was amazing and awful. That was great. What are you saying, Velma? Sorry.
Izuri collects cards, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if you do you have any insight on what this might be?
I mean, I think
I can take a look.
I called it.
I guess I guess I'll try a religion check. I'm gonna see if maybe this is some cat god.
Okay.
Cards.
All right. That's fine. Roll it.
Despite being a cleric, my religion sucks. That's a 6.
It's
I don't think
just,
these
it's
are
just cards, man.
And I don't think these have like religious meaning. Other than that, I don't know. Anyone else here? Cards?
They're probably just cards. Thanks for looking.
I'm just holding them out in my hand right now. Okay.
But are you dealing?
They're just there. You can take a card, any card. No, I'll just. I guess I'll just hold on to these. They're cool.
Gogar kind of rattles his coin purse, like, "Jack, what's your game?"
Oh man, anything you want, man. I'll do it.
You seem
I'm
like
in.
a competitive guy.
I mean, it's the blaze ball in me, I guess. I always want to win,
Missouri, you want to deal him out? Jack and anybody else wants to play a quick game of Dragon Pinochle?
I mean, I don't know if this is the best place to try to deal them out, and I'm not really. I don't have a great poker face or a great face in general. So maybe maybe we should just here. I'll just hold on to these till we get back, and then maybe we can play back in the dorms or something. But feels like playing. The cards will get all roughed up on the ground here, and it's dark and we can't see very well. I guess I can, but you guys might not be able to.
Yeah. Well, the dean did say no gambling, but
Hey, we're not on campus, right?
Right?
Scott?
Yeah. Screw that crusty old dean.
Yeah, this dean doesn't catch a break.
All right. No, I think Azuri's right. We should maybe take a rain check on that. Skogar, I got you. The next Friday night, man. When next study night, we'll hit up the cards.
Yeah, he jingles his coin purse. It's a date.
That poem sounds like it might be some variation of "Curiosity Killed the Cat," but the word "extinguished" at the end seems a little coincidental that we are in front of an extinguished brazier with a cat in it. So
I mean, it's got to rhyme, dude.
It does. But they could have chosen anything for the first half of the couplet.
Well, sometimes when you write, you get to a good line and then you find yourself stuck. You're at the deadline. You just got to finish it up.
Do we want to light this brazier and see what happens?
Yes.
Does anyone have like prestidigitation, or are we doing the Zippo thing?
I've got prestidigitation.
I will stand back, I guess,
Do it.
I light a small flame.
Okay.
in the brazier preservative.
Yes.
Nothing happens.
You got to put it out now, right?
Ooh.
Put
Good
it out.
call.
And the fire goes back out.
Maybe we found the cards in there. Maybe the cards have to be in there.
Maybe light the cat on fire.
The cat was on fire
Oh.
with the prestidigitation, but then it went back out.
Oh, I thought we lit the brazier.
I mean, the cat's in it.
Oh, the cat is in it.
Yeah.
We got to get
Having-
a fresh.
Can
we
you
gotta
give
get a
me
fresh
like?
cat.
Can you give me like
Having-
one of the cards, and I can set the card on fire in the brazier? See what happens.
Having seen two,
Lucar, would you say you're going to draw
already.
one card?
Yeah, like give me like a 2 of clubs or something, and I'll see lighting that.
But if you have that, then we're not gonna have like a full deck of cards. Right now it's like
That's-
all
Then give me-
bump, and it's
That's
like
true. You don't want to. You don't
one of
want to.
them.
you don't play with jokers anyway. You
Yeah, well
Yeah.
then you got either the Joker could take the place of one, or I could use the Joker. Give me one of them.
I'm with Azuri, man. You don't want to break up a set.
I mean, they're kind of cool, and it just feels like a waste to want to light them on fire and throw them in the thing that we just had on fire. It doesn't seem like it's gonna accomplish much besides having it so we're not playing with a full deck anymore.
Well, all right. How about this? How about you just throw a card in there, and I won't set it on fire.
I see. I don't know if I trust you with that. Well, I have.
I will
Man,
put my hands
commitment
behind
to
my
the
back.
bit. Jeez.
We've seen two animatronic golems already. Does this dead, air quotes, cat look like another golem?
No, it does not.
Can I do some sort of like, I know we don't have luck checks, but some sort of, I want to like, seems to me like I've got a pack of cards around here somewhere in one of my pockets of.
Ooh,
It's,
I like luck checks.
let me think here. You know
I'm
what?
always collecting shit. It seems like I'd have a deck of cards. Is it here?
Okay, so roll a straight D20.
12.
Okay. You find that you have you don't have a deck of cards, but you have like about, let's say you have like 5 cards, right? For some reason. Okay.
Yeah, these
And-
here. I
and
picked those
and-
up along the way.
And the cards are you have ace 1, 2, 3, ace 1, 2, 3, and then a queen. And that's
Wait.
what you have.
An ace and a 1? This is a weird set of cards.
Ace. Did I say ace and 1?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Ace 2, 3, 4, and a queen. My bad.
All right, I'm gonna take the 4
Okay.
and throw it into the brazier and see what happens. And if nothing happens, then I'll use prestidigitation to set it on fire.
Okay. So you're gonna throw it in, and then you're gonna set it on fire.
If nothing happens when I first throw it in, then I'm gonna set it on fire. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, when you throw it in, nothing happens.
All right. Then I pick it up, throw it in and set it on fire and see what happens.
Okay.
As
So-
you light it on fire, I'm just like, I was kind of, I think I was right to not give you the deck. It seems like you were gonna light it on fire anyways.
So,
Maybe.
so as you throw it in, you cast the fire as it lands, or like in like ahead of it or after it.
No, I like throw it, cast it so
Okay.
it's on fire, then it hits it, and hopefully like
Okay.
when it hits inside the brazier.
There's a lit so the fire is lit. As the card starts to catch a little bit, it then you see the cat's body. What remains of the cat's body twitches.
Interesting.
It goes, and it was like nothing. That thing looked like there was nothing really worth even moving around or anything. So
Did everyone see that?
And you threw in which, the 4?
The 4, yeah.
Okay.
Did everyone see that? The cat moved.
Anybody standing near you would have seen it.
No, I didn't see nothing.
No, wait, what'd you say?
I was staring.
Azuri would have definitely seen it for sure.
I was 15, so I'm pretty sure I saw it.
Yeah. And Melissa would see it too, and it would kind of be a little bit unnerving because, you like to capture animals and do things to them, but not burn them.
Right.
I was looking for a popcorn stand.
Velma, get your camera ready. Let's see if we can do this again.
Right. That's certainly something I can do. It's right
This
in
time
my
I take
wheelhouse. Here
2.
we go. Just give me a countdown.
Take the 2?
I take 2 cards, the 2 and the
Okay.
3.
Okay.
Same thing. Poof.
Okay. And the body twitches even more with the 2 and the 3.
Okay.
All right. This just shows a blurry cat.
Yeah, but it was a dead cat before.
Dead cats shouldn't be blurry in pictures.
Exactly.
So that's 3 numeric cards you've thrown in there, right?
Gotta do the
Okay.
queen.
Do the queen, Lissa? All right.
Yeah.
Hit me.
All right. So you throw the queen in.
We just went over 21, man. We busted.
You
Yeah.
throw the queen in. The fire goes out, and then an alarm goes off.
Oh, smoke alarm. Shit.
And then a voice says, "You blew it." And out from the brazier, 2 ghosts start to float out from the brazier. And please all roll for initiative.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, it's like you never played cards before.
7 for Azuri.
Oh,
All right, hold on.
shit.
Let me get paper.
I just wasted a 20.
I'm not ready.
Did
Oh,
I?
20's good on initiative.
It's 24
Yeah.
altogether.
Move quick.
Damn.
All right. So Azuri got what?
7.
Perfect. Jack got a 24.
Yes.
Luke Carr got a
Wonderful.
23.
Whoa.
Dang, Lucar. Okay.
Lissa got a 12.
Okay.
Stilgar 10.
Okay. Velma.
Velma has a 3.
Way to hold up the back. And then our friendly little ghost buddies are going to have a very spread out initiative, so that's kind of fun. All right. This is gonna be a blast, guys. All right, so we've got Jack heading up the front end. We've got Jack, and we've got Lucar. Then we have a ghost. And then we have Lissa, Skogar, Azuri, Ghost, Velma. Okay. So for the sake of understanding like the size of this room is mostly it's not more than like 30 feet in one direction and maybe 20-ish in the other. It's not a very big room. So you're all kind of close quarters, and we're going to say for the sake of argument that so Lucar and probably Azuri and Velma would have been the closest to the brazier. So we're going to theater of the mind this and not use icons, so to speak, as we see if you guys can deal with 2 ghosts. Ooh, roasts. Jack, what are you doing?
No time like the present to start off with a new fun bag of tricks. And I will use the rust bag of tricks that I picked up last week, and I will pull a fuzzy creature out of the bag and toss it by the ghosts.
Okay.
I roll a D8 and I pull out an owl comes flying out of there. An owl.
Sweet. Okay.
Nice.
I'm like, oh,
Um,
cool. Attack these things, but I'll have to wait until probably next turn.
Yeah. It'd be sweet though if it was like the owl from Clash of the Titans, right?
Hell yeah.
Like all metallic and stuff. That'd be sweet. But it's not. But that'd be cool anyway. Lucar, what are you doing?
I will do the tried and true magic missile.
Oh, a spell. That's a spell. It's a
It is
spell. Crazy. All right. On
All right,
which are you?
There's two ghosts, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna do 2 magic missiles on one and 2 on the other.
Okay.
So
Ooh, upcasted.
the first one is 7 points on ghost 1
Okay.
and 8 points on ghost 2.
Nice.
And then I roll I do not do the wild magic, so now it's up to 7.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. So that's your attack, and then the first ghost is going to float up to you, Lucar, and it's going to try to touch you. And it's going to do that with a 19.
Oh yeah.
Oof. Okay. This is the noise of a lot of dice. Okay.
Ooh.
Shnikes. 16 necrotic damage. 16. That's what you take. And it is now, Lissy, your turn.
Firebolt. Let's
Okay.
go.
Which one? 1 or 2?
Number 1.
Okay.
So that is a 9 to hit.
That's a miss,
Well,
unfortunately. So your firebolt actually just kind of like it, just to be cool, it goes through it, it just doesn't stick. And the ghost is like it just sort of like kind of separates itself, so it goes through it, you know?
nice.
And then it is Skogar, your turn.
Gogar kind of looks at his empty hands and goes, well, all right, we'll try this. And he squeezes out a pack or a gumball out of his dragon breath balls.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I can't remember the ones, but I thought one was like red and that was like fire breath or whatever.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So he tries to position himself, you know, as long as we were standing where we were, he was kind of in the middle, so he's hoping he can try to get both. If not, he gets one. Ghost with the dragon breath, which I think is
So it's 5 foot by 30 feet.
Okay.
Line of fire damage.
And he's not really a spellcaster. He's hoping nobody was in the way, but that, you know, that happened.
That's fair. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can find I just can't remember.
I believe they make a deck save, right? Is that how Dragon Breath works? There's
I thought it was just
or is it a spell attack?
I thought it was just a spell attack.
Guess I should look that up. My apologies.
It's fine, man. No worries. Here we go. Oh, it's okay. So it's a saving throw, actually. Yes, it is a save. So it's gonna roll and it's not gonna make it. It fails.
All right.
So it can be, they're not quite exactly 5 feet together, so you can at least get one of them. Are you aiming at number 1 or number 2?
The one that got, well, I guess they both got hit. The first one that Lucar hit.
Okay, that's number 1, and
my 3d6 was 5
5 and 6 for 16.
Whoa.
All right. That the ghost takes a significant hit, and thankfully, because although there are 3 that are close to it, there is nobody that's on the other side of it, so nobody gets hit by your Dragum breath ball.
And Skogar turns around and goes, this packs a punch. And he's still like coughing out flames.
That's awesome. Zuri, what are you doing?
Azuri is gonna go ahead and grab onto his holy symbol and just give a sacred flame to the one ghost here.
Okay.
So it's gonna need to make a deck save.
That fails.
All right, it will take 2 points of radiant damage.
Man, that's it?
Yeah, I rolled really low on
Is
I
a
see that.
ghost vulnerable to radiant?
that. Well, that was the hope.
Let me see. Hold on. Making me look stuff up here. Making me
Yep.
work. I mean, that's fair. Condition damage resistance. No, it's not. Not from what I can see.
Okay.
The
So,
Holy Ghost.
but good call out. Okay, so number 2 is gonna go. And then let's see. I would say yeah, this will be fun. Skogar, why don't you do a charisma save for me, please?
Charisma save.
Yeah.
Oh,
As
yeah,
ghost number 2 flies and gets kind of
obviously that's my best stat here.
a little bit in your
And
personal space.
Yeah. Can't improve on the 3 on the die.
You got a 3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. So, Skogar, your eyes roll into the back of your head, and you're like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" And you have become the
Please
ghost
don't bury me.
The ghost
what he says.
disappears. The ghost disappears because now you are now possessed by the ghost, and so you lose control. You've lost control of your body. Now you still have awareness. You can still speak. Let me see here.
I assume I'm like charmed, right?
Well, it's more so than that. Like, you're possessed by this ghost. So there is
Oh.
no like it's gonna make you do what it wants you to do.
Yeah,
Or
well, that's fair.
what it wants you to do. So so then let's see. And there's not many, like there's nothing you can roll to be unpossessed. Just FYI. So on your next turn on your next turn you won't do anything, but then the ghost will on its turn. Velma, it's your turn.
Right. So I am going to use one of my, because I remember that there's animatronics everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Eye for Detail. And I
Okay.
can use a bonus action to make a perception check to spot a hidden object, creature or object.
Okay.
And what I want to do is look for projectors.
Okay.
So before I take my main action.
Okay. So it's a bonus action then. Go for it.
Yes.
Do
And
it.
it's a
do
natural
it.
1 because, just shit is happening. Stuff is happening all over the place. This damage looks real. I'm having second thoughts.
Yeah.
So I will try to slice up ghost number 1.
All right. That sounds great. I think you should do that.
These are non-magical weapons. Does an 11 hit?
Yeah. Meets it beats.
That was 5 non-magical damage, and
Okay.
I guess 10 does not hit then.
Correct.
Oh shit. No, because Skogar is possessed, so he doesn't let me do. Is anyone else standing like within 5 feet of this thing?
I don't think so.
All right, so that's it. Just the 5 non-magical.
Okay.
And I already
Jack.
used a bonus, so I cannot disengage.
Okay. Jack, your turn. And you're muting. Or you're muted.
Owl attack!
Nice.
As I get the owl to attack the first one,
Nice.
I suppose. It will it will slash it with talons. I'm not sure, like, because he comes out of a magical bag, if this is like magical damage.
I would consider it magical damage, yes.
But I mean, that's up to you, isn't it?
Yes.
All
Well,
right,
no,
owl.
I think that's a straight logical approach.
I mean, that's how I would do it. That's how I
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
Ooh, and this owl
I'm aligned.
must be very confused coming out of this bag and just appearing and attacking a ghost, because I rolled a 7 for the owl.
Yeah, the owl does not hit.
So the owl just kind of,
but sure looks cool doing it.
owl just kind of like perches up on a mantle. I was like, what? Okay, sure, all right, fine. That's fine, owl. We'll let that happen, and then I guess I'll go. On that same one, I will go attack with some daggers.
Yep.
It works so well on the golem, so I'm gonna do that. So
Are these non-magical daggers?
yeah, they're non-magical
Okay.
daggers.
All right.
So
Good to know.
I understand what that means.
Yep.
In this thing. Well, it's a 9, so awesome.
Well, wait, Mr. Meow, deck of meowny things. You forgot your advantage on your next attack.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
I did forget that.
You could use your advantage.
I rolled the same thing.
No
Ah.
way.
Oh
No,
my
actually,
goodness.
no, I didn't. I rolled a 12 this time, so that's a
That's
little.
a hit. That's
a
hit.
little different. Okay, well,
a hit.
there you go.
Now, do you get since Velma is engaged with
I mean,
the,
so is the
ghost,
owl.
do you get anything extra?
With the owl too, that's 10
Okay.
points of non-magical damage.
Okay. All right. The ghost is starting to look a little weak. If that makes you feel better. And Lucar, it's your turn.
I stare at that owl like.
Lissa, are you feeling a little bit envious that Jack
Oh,
just pulled
very.
a thing
Yeah.
out of this bag
She
and made it
is
work, and you're
looking
you
really
still haven't used your
upset.
harpy yet?
Yeah, it has wings even. She's just,
Yeah.
she's like, damn it.
Yeah.
To
I
be
figured.
fair, it sucked. So
She, like, that gave her a sense of satisfaction.
Lucar, what are you doing?
All right, so I sort of yelled to the group, I don't remember our undead class. Is Skogar gonna be all right? I don't know what to do. And I shoot my magic missiles at the ghost that I can.
Okay.
9 points of damage.
Nice. That ghost is like getting very, 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 very like, what's the word I'm looking for? More transparent. As there's really not a lot left to it. Can you roll on your wild magic?
I got an 18, so I'm still good.
All right. Man, can't wait for that to land. It's gonna be great. It's gonna take forever though, because you're always gonna roll higher. I can just see it now. All right, nicely done. Ghost number 1, after having that magic missile, is going to once again, it's going to attack you, Lucar, because you've upset it. You've upset the natural order of its life. It's 16 to hit.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Dang. Okay. Ooh. 17 necrotic damage.
I'm not doing well, but I'm still up.
Okay. You're still up. That's exciting. Lissa, it's your turn.
Let's firebolt this one on Lucar.
All right, do it.
Maybe this one will hit. Yeah, 22.
Oh, that's for sure a hit.
All
Absolutely.
right, and then don't roll bad on damage. 2.
2?
2.
The ghost is still there.
No.
And the ghost goes like this.
Ouch.
And starts to scope out who its next victim is going to be as we skip Skogar, because Skogar is currently possessed, and we go to Azuri.
What? I'm not going to do something?
You will, but it'll be on the other ghost's turn.
Oh dear. Well, Azuri is the one that Lissa just said. He's gonna go ahead and fire off a sacred flame on it. It's gotta make a dex save.
Okay. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Yeah, that passes. It takes no damage because it's a cantrip.
This ghost is just like, it does this sweet spin out of the way of it, and it's like, oh, like it just sort of kind of mocks you as it's doing it, just to make you feel a little bit bad about yourself. And then Skogar, you are going to just straight like just fiercely like walk up to Azuri, and you're just gonna open hand smack him.
Before I do, he blows a bubble on his dragon breath bubble, pop, and it, like smoke comes out.
I mean, I'll allow it because it's cool, but the ghost, I don't know if the ghost would even understand gum.
Yeah.
What's your?
That's a little bit of Skogar still coming through.
What's your standard proficiency? +2 or +3?
I am a +2.
16 hit you, Azuri?
16. Yes.
Okay. That's going to be a whole 1 bludgeoning damage as you get an open hand smack in the face from Skogar.
Skogar, what was that for? Is that you in there? Is this
Velma, it's your turn.
Gosh, I don't remember anything about possession either.
And Skogar, you can talk because you're fully capable of having a conversation. You just can't control anything you're doing. Velma, it's your turn.
Right. Ghost number 1 is still not alive.
Yes, it's still floating. Yes.
I will then sneak attack on that.
All right. Do it.
Or attempt to.
Do it.
All right, a lady's 20
Okay.
hits.
Yeah.
For 2 non-magical slashing and, of course, sneak attack, which is only 4 non-magical slashing. Second round is...
It dissipates after you strike. And ghost number 1 is gone.
All right.
So
then,
this is all you.
If I still get a bonus, I want to try that perception thing again because I am sure.
Okay.
Now
try
that now that I'm not.
Did we lose you? Jack, you're muted.
Sorry, I was just trying to help. But Velma, we lost you.
Yeah, Velma, you dropped off. We can come back to Velma's bonus action. And go back up to Jack. We can go back to you.
So it's on me now?
Yeah.
Back to me?
We'll wait for Velma to come back.
All right. So there's still a ghost left. Owl, strike!
But the ghost is not. The ghost is in Skogar.
Oh, they'll go. What about the other? The non in Skogar?
Other one's
ghost?
gone. Other one's gone. Done. Velma finished it off.
I'm gonna see. All right, I'm gonna.
Don't kick me in the balls. Don't kick me in the balls.
I think that's code. I think.
Oh my God! I can talk. Wait. Oh!
I think that's code for kick him in the balls, right? When
No!
he says
Don't
that,
kick me in the balls.
I'm not sure what to do. I take out a water skin and I splash water in Skogar's face.
What?
Right? This is right? No? Come on. Owl, maybe
Doesn't do anything.
Owl. Go ahead, Owl. Go ahead. And I let the owl take a scratch at Skogar. Oh,
Wow.
Owl does for an 11, so I know that's not quite up to hit Skogar, right?
Does that hit Skogar? 11.
My AC is 12 right now.
And it just whizzes by your head. Your wet head, because I splashed water on you.
It's leather pants, man.
Oh man, that's sorry, dude.
Kind of squeaking a little bit now.
Lucar, it's your turn.
Are the cards still burning in the brazier?
No, the fire like went out.
Okay. My arcane focus is a silver flame ring, which
Okay.
is also my religion, even though I'm not
Okay.
a holy person. I'm going to cast light with my ring and just sort of hold it straight in front of Skogar's face. And
Okay.
say, get out of there, buddy.
Okay. Skogar, let's see, how do I do this? Skogar, why don't you give me let's do a reaction roll, and why don't you roll dexterity to see if you are able to close your eyes quick enough before you get this big bright ass light in your face.
So his dexterity save was 14.
Okay, so you just managed to close your eyes right as you see this bright light get shine in your face.
So, and he closes his eyes. He's like, what?
And nothing happens, Lucar. Is that a cantrip or a spell?
Cantrip.
Okay. Lissa.
Man, I have no idea what to do for Skogar. Sleep.
Oh.
Let's see if that does
Interesting.
anything.
Okay.
So I'm rolling 5d8 and centered on Skogar, hoping that it does the ghost.
Skogar, how many HP do you have?
22 at the moment. He's got hit a couple times.
Okay.
All right. I got 34.
It's feeling like kind of tired in here right now, right?
Skogar falls to the ground asleep, and just because I thought that was a really good idea, I will allow this to be successful, and the ghost comes out of the body of Skogar, and the ghost kind of looks at you, Lissa, and it comes right up really close to you and does like that you know that scene from like Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure where he gets off the semi and goes, "Tell him Large Marge sent you." She gets all close and scares him with the weird face, you know. So that's what the ghost does to you. Gets up all close and its face changes and it's like, and I need you to do a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Pee-wee.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
That's an 8.
You are frightened.
Oh no.
For 1 minute. And just to make things kind of fun, the ghost just leaves. It scared you, so now you're just randomly frightened for 1 minute.
Oh no.
And the ghost goes away. And as the ghost leaves, the door is open. So you now have access to other areas, and a voice comes over that says, "Do better next time, tryhards." And you may now continue further. So you can go to the room on the left, you can go to the room on the right, or you can move straight ahead.
You hear a very loud orc snoring on the ground.
We have to
Lissa's like, oh my goodness, you know what, Azuri, I think you're right. I think we need to leave. We should have never come here.
I'm glad you finally seen it from my way, Lissa, right? This is
No, you're totally right. This is horrifying.
Gosh, just
There is a young woman who needs our help, and I
Damn.
think we need to go on.
Yeah, but what about Skogar there sleeping? I mean,
I'll
it
give him
wouldn't
a
be-
gentle.
this wouldn't be the first time I had to drag him home after he's sleep went off.
I
You
take a knee
boys
and
and
like
your
start shaking
hyper
Skogar.
masculine rivalry.
Skogar, you gotta wake up. We gotta keep moving here. It's or just leave.
I totally splashed more water in his face.
Oh man, I totally. Come on, I set you guys up for kicking him in the balls. I couldn't have been. Oh, okay. Skogar grabs out like his wallet and he's got his little medical card and goes, gumballs. And he goes, Zuri, you want these? I'm allergic.
I mean, I have some of my own things there, but yeah. I mean, I'll hold on to.
Yeah.
I can hold on to one.
I don't know what the hell happened, but that was terrible. I'm done with these.
Was it
All
a
right.
little too strong for you?
Left, right, or forward?
Before
Or
we do that, I'm
exit.
wondering if anybody's got a healing potion or spells, because I'm really not feeling well. Or maybe we can rest for a second. I don't know.
You look so pale. It's like you've seen a ghost.
Always forward, I say. Do you not have a healing potion? Did you pick one up somewhere?
Did
I mean, if you guys really want, I can. If you feel really in bad shape, I have like a little bit I can do for you here. If that's really necessary.
if not, I just need to
Just
stand in the
rose
back
petals.
from now on. You can't help me.
I will go ahead and come over to you and give you a cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
Let's see. This is gonna be. So that's gonna be 5 points of healing. Not great.
And I go, to me, owl, and the owl lands on my shoulder, and I just kind of walk by Lissa and just look at her like with
She
this
snaps
owl,
out of her fear.
the owl just perched on my shoulder.
That is actually the perfect. You totally snap out of your frightened state and you're just
I just
pissed.
puff out my chest. And I ignore him. I like look off. Mhm.
I feel
You're
bad
done.
because he said such nice things about me earlier, but
Lucar,
Take them all back.
I just couldn't, I just couldn't.
Lucar, check the chat.
And I just kind of
for
said
you
it like,
specifically.
hey.
And you hear a voice in your head, Lucar, that just says, do better, do better, do better, do better, do better, do better, do better.
I'm gonna do better. Nobody knows who I'm exactly talking to. I'm just sort of
Right.
saying out loud. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better.
Dude, I tell myself that after every Blaze Ball play. That's right. I love it, Lucar. I slap him on the ass and say, let's get going.
Straight ahead, left or right. Straight ahead, left or right. Let's make a call.
Straight ahead.
Always forward.
Dang. Thought it was always right. Okay. All right, man. Here we go. So, so you're here. So this room is completely so all of these areas that you see right now that are actually open, those are all closed off. So as you walk in here, a door slides from the ceiling to close behind you. So you're in an enclosed area. So all the doors close and a booming voice begins to speak and says, "Yes, it was here that I learned to harness the power of the undead. It was thanks to my choice to embrace death magic that saved my country's people. You see 4 pillars that are half height, a gem-shaped stone altar, and a short stage in front that has a sculpture of a mushroom.
Lissa, what kind of mushroom is that?
Oh, let me make a quick nature check. I think it's let's see, that's a 20.
Ooh,
And what are you checking?
What kind of mushroom it is.
I never heard of a 20 mushroom. That's kind of cool.
It's the 20th mushroom that I studied.
Oh, that makes sense.
So as you're stepping onto the stage, right? Because you have to go look
Yeah,
at
I
the
did
mushroom.
like look at it
So
closer.
as you step on it, you rolled a nat 20?
Oh, well, it was a 19 plus 1.
Okay. So unclean 20. So if there's a booming voice that speaks again as you step on the stage. It was here that I learned to harness the power of fungus to keep me alive during the winter of the morning. How are you investigating specifically?
I'm getting up real close and like tilting my head and squinting and thinking.
Okay. You see it's just a giant, it's just a really big mushroom that you just get a sneaking feeling you probably shouldn't touch or do anything to it.
This is the fake common shroom. It just looks like a giant shroom, but don't want to touch it. Not a good idea.
He pulls back his hand. Oh, okay. Kind of like,
I thought he used the mushroom as sustenance, but if it's toxic, maybe he used it to raise a mighty undead army to serve him.
Yeah, it's really vague what he means by survive the winter.
So 4 pillars that are half height, a gem-shaped stone altar is what's on the main floor.
Okay, well, let's check out this altar, I guess. I will investigate.
Okay.
See if there's any secret runes or anything on it.
Okay.
21.
You see that it has 4 gems lodged in the altar itself.
I would like to, I'm saying this to my companions, I would like to remove these gems and place them on the 4 pedestals. How tall are the pedestals? Half
They
columns, you said?
they're Lucar height.
I would like to remove these gems and place them on the pedestals, but those ghosts seem pretty real, and I'm afraid that any undead that we summon thusly might overwhelm us. Are we ready?
You better.
Here, I'm like, I'm sounding like Azuri now. It's like rubbing off.
All right, you gonna pry a gem out?
No objections? I shall pry a gem out.
I love it.
I of course have an objection, but no one ever listens to me anymore.
Grab one for me, dude.
This one's for you, Jack.
Whichever, man. Just dealer's choice.
No need to roll. So you pry a gem out, and
whichever socket it's closest to, I want to put it on that pedestal.
Well, before you can do that,
right away?
Before you can do that, the pillar that is closest to the gem you pry out immediately has an ice wall just materializes and surrounds the pillar.
Firebolt?
Sure.
Are you just going to stop on that one, or are you going to do more, or what's the play?
I was intending to put it on top of that pillar, but I can't get to it.
Okay.
How big are these gems? Are these like Raiders of the Lost Ark idols? Okay.
Fistish size. They're not the prettiest of gems though. Like they're not like perfect clean cut, anything like that.
Anybody else?
That get me one,
Nothing's
dude.
happened, just the ice wall, right? Can you
Correct.
take care of that ice wall?
It's
We'll,
fine.
we'll say that
melt
that
it.
is the northeast, and I will go to the southeast now.
Okay, and you're going to do that one?
Yes, but I will limit myself to 2 gems.
Okay, same thing happens.
How's that firebolt coming?
You want me to shoot one at the wall?
Yeah, the ice.
Sure. I do that. I'll shoot that northeast one.
Okay.
Seems reasonable.
Roll it.
That is a 24.
Ooh, nice. What's the damage?
9.
All right. You destroy the ice wall. And as you destroy the ice wall, you see standing on top of the pillar a zombie. And it steps down off the pillar and it's like, and it comes to
Nice.
shamble towards you directly.
Is this Lawrence?
And and it is going to attack you, Lissa,
All right.
for a 11 to hit.
Nope.
So it tries to get at you and grab you to slam you, and it completely misses and just sort of like stumbles past you. And it sort of into the rest of the group.
Can I drop the gems and get an opportunity attack as it shuffles by me towards...
Do it. Do it. Take it.
I suppose a 6 does not hit.
No, you miss.
Even a zombie that won't hit.
You miss.
It was
The
already
zombie-
by me by the time I dropped the gems.
So the zombie is trying to figure out the next person it's going to attack. You have one ice wall's gone now. A zombie replaced it. Another ice wall is still up, and then there's still 2 gems unpried and 2 open pillars. What's the next? Who's doing what next? We are not yet back in initiative order at this time, but that could change at any moment. Just tell me who does what next.
The freaking zombie.
There's a zombie. Azuri's gonna try to do a sacred flame on it.
Okay.
So it has the deck save.
Okay. Oh, it's a big time fail.
That's gonna be 6 radiant damage.
It gets hit by the radiant damage, and it just goes as it just kind of freezes like this, and then like Michael Jackson Thriller style, and then it just kind of turns into dust.
Nice one, Azuri. All right, I think we got the process down. So
Yeah.
Alyssa shoots another firebolt at the other ice wall.
Hang
I get
on, let
ready.
me put the gem on the pedestal.
The you putting the gem on the pedestal doesn't do anything.
Okay,
Thelma.
but I'm ready to put the gem on the second pedestal after the zombie gets off.
So
Oh.
you break the ice wall, the zombie comes out, and this time, as the zombie comes out, it goes, and it goes towards Jack.
Oh.
Hey, what? I'm not doing nothing.
And
I wasn't
And
ready. I
is it a
wasn't
s-
ready yet, Lissa.
is it a 6? Does a 16 hit you?
Yeah, 16 does hit me. What the hell?
You're gonna take 6 bludgeoning damage.
6 damage? What the hell? I'm not even doing anything over here. What the
We've got a
hell?
game on Friday.
Come on.
No,
What are you guys doing over there?
no, Jack. If you weren't on your smart stone, you would have noticed that Azuri had dispatched of the first one, but did nothing for this one because he waited too long. So
Is
it
it-
gave the zombie an opportunity to attack you.
Isn't your job to take care of these undead? Isn't that what would keep you around? Jesus.
Lissa burned down the wall before I was ready. I just finished the other.
I thought you were ready.
Oh my god.
I fire off.
I'm
I
still
fire
looking
off
for
Sacred Flame.
popcorn.
Okay, Sacred Flame. Do deck save is
Deck save.
also as another fail.
This time it's 8 radiant damage.
The zombie this time poses sideways and then turns into dust.
Listen, we gotta coordinate on this next one. When you
Okay, I will
Two
count
gems.
on
Two gems
next
still in
time.
the. Two gems still in the pedestal thing.
Warn me when there's zombies coming.
Yeah,
for
I'm
God's
gonna back away from whatever the third pedestal is when this happens.
Okay.
Yeah, warn us.
Owl, be
Skogar's up at
ready.
the other pillar.
Be
Sorry,
ready, Owl.
it's a gem. It's an altar. The altar has 2 more gems in it.
I will go to the southwest,
Okay.
and I'm going to make sure that everyone's ready. I'm going to ask everybody by name. Lucar, are you ready? Jack, are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. Thanks.
Azuri, are you ready?
I'm ready now, and I ready in action to cast Sacred Flame.
Lissa, I know you're ready.
There you go.
And I
Of course.
pull. I pull
What?
a
And
gem.
Skogar goes, and I'm ready. And you can't see him, but Skogar's also holding the other gem. Ready?
You
Okay,
wait till you,
Two
you pry
go.
the gem out.
No, he just says that's what's happening. He's like, I'm ready.
All right.
Okay,
So
so
you
you're
got the
okay. I
northeast-
get it. I see. Okay,
You got the northwest one, and I got the
Yeah.
southwest one.
so you both pry out the gem at the same time, and two ice walls shoot up on those pillars.
And then Lissa shoots
You're like,
2
Finger gun,
firebolts.
finger gun. You got to roll to hit though, at least.
Okay, I can do that. A 20.
Yep.
Oh, and then a natural 1 on the second hit.
Okay, so you hit the first one, and a zombie appears, and the zombie jumps off the pillar and is heading right towards you, Azuri. What are you doing?
It's gonna be. I had an action ready to go ahead and light this thing up.
It got a 9.
That's a fail. So it's
Okay.
gonna take 7 radiant damage.
This one freezes like this, and just turns into dust. So.
And then I turn
so
to listen and I say, it's maybe it's a good thing that you didn't hit the other one, because I thought we were gonna do this like one at a time, and you're like trying to fire.
Everyone said they were ready, so I was just
All
going
right.
for it.
Which one
Lissa?
was that? Northwest or southwest?
Well, I would have aimed for the southwest one first.
Then I will put the gem on the southwest pedestal.
Okay, does
All right.
nothing.
And now Lissa more carefully aims at this northwest pedestal ice
Okay.
wall.
And Azuri readies his action again to do Sacred Flame.
And she
Roll.
firebolts it.
Roll to attack.
That one's a 13.
That is a hit. Hits the wall. The wall breaks. Last zombie comes out and is like, and is a little bit more apprehensive as it sees no other zombies around, and starts to come out slowly.
Well, it's gonna
And-
have to make a deck save against
And
it.
it crit fails its deck save, so it's just like, and just literally falls right into the sacred flame.
5 radiant.
And it just falls and hits the sacred flame and just into dust. And upon that happening, all of the doors raise up, and you do notice, like you hear like a piped in reveal sound as this little like pathway opens up here, almost like a secret pathway, if you will. That's not too secret. Leading in another direction away from the room. Which way would you like to go?
That's kind of forward.
Yeah, let's do that.
Actually,
Yes.
that's pretty good about that. Yeah, that's like that's how we did it in class. There, you see that, guys? That's the cleric.
That's the confidence I like to see in you, Azuri.
Line him up and knock him down. Yeah,
That's right. You got this, Azuri. You got
So
this.
you're going
Slap
to
his
this.
ass too.
You're going. You hit the end of this pathway here, and you see ahead in this open area. You see some crates, and you see a pathway to your left, and just like there's an open area with crates. Would you like to go left or to the open area with crates?
What's in them crates?
Yeah, I want to
It's
see.
a little bit. I want to.
Wait, Missouri, you want to see what's in the crates?
Yes, you do, Azuri. Yes, you
Oh,
do.
you're making progress.
Listen, we just took out those zombies. I'm kind of on a little bit of a high here.
I'm so proud of you.
Fucking
Yeah,
roll,
there's like
roll
no
with it,
chance
man.
that they're mimics. Like, let's go.
Do it. Do it. Open one of the crates, Missouri.
Roll with it. Roll with it. Go, go, go.
Are they?
We'll
is
be
there
right
a
there.
couple of- Are they open crates or are they smashed up crates?
They are closed crates.
They're closed crates. Okay. Well, I will go up to one of them and
Okay.
I will feel like, do I have any daggers? I don't know if I have any daggers. I'm just taking my warhammer and I'm riding this high, and I'm gonna take the warhammer and I'm gonna bring it down on a crate.
Okay.
Yeah.
You smash the crate open, and you see fly out of it like all of this hay and like packing hay and straw and stuff starts to fly out, and you see spill to the ground all of these, like, you see like there's like coffee mugs, and there's like ashtrays, and there's all these different like souvenirs that all say they say things like either Larry or Lawrence or Loopy all on them, and you realize that this is a crate filled with souvenirs.
Look at this one. It says Bort. I'm taking this one for my cousin, and then this one for my other cousin Bort.
As some of these smashes, Zuri just sort of gets like a horrified look on his face, and he goes,
I don't know if I should have done that after all. This was maybe a mistake. This looks like it may have been expensive.
They ain't gonna miss 2 mugs. It's fine, man.
They plan for this. They have like a certain amount that they're allowed to, write off, as it were. This is all a tax break for them. Don't worry about it.
So look, this one says Zuri.
So spoiler,
Cool. Though it
spoiler alert.
It has like an extra eye.
Spoiler alert, they're all the same thing. So like you'd just be opening more souvenirs at this point. Would you like to go down, or would you like to go in the other direction and continue?
Let's go in the other direction.
The other direction.
Okay.
Can anybody track humanoids in this group? I mean, I just got lucky track them. I just got lucky in the last complex because this ground was so sandy.
I mean, as long as they're sandy, I can totally track them.
All right, I guess we're going left. If nobody can.
Well, right, I think. Essentially, this forward ahead, because you're over here, so you're going to go through. You're going to go through this way, like you're continuing to go forward and onward. Right? Is that what I'm hearing, or no?
That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So as you enter this room, you see that there's all this gold dust just floating in the air, and it just looks really cool. It's all sparkly and pretty and like all floating around. And as all of you walk in, I'm gonna need each of you to make a con save, please.
Well, I clearly don't walk in.
16.
Okay.
10 for Zuri.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
For Jack.
17.
Ooh. Okay.
We should all get advantage though because we're not Cybermen.
19 for Skogar.
All right. So anybody that got below a 12, that would be Lucar and it's gonna be great for you, Lucar. Lucar and Azuri.
Uh-huh.
So Lucar, you see like there's like 4 or 5 different like really awesome looking gourmet food stands in this room. And there's like one guy's like, fried rats, get your fried rats. And then they're just selling all these different things at these different food stands and beckoning you like free sample. And the one guy's like, yeah, I got the best jerky over here, the best jerky. Come get some jerky. You gotta try this jerky. It's so good. And Azuri, you also see food stands, and people there. So you hear like, oh, come get your we got wings over here. We got the fried cheese. We got the fried stuff.
I'm not above a free sample of some jerky.
Okay.
You guys want to go over and get a bite here? It sounds like there's something good.
Just to be clear, the people who pass aren't saying shit.
Correct. Ding, 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 ding.
All right, I'm like, I mean, I've been looking for a popcorn stand, but what are you talking about?
And then Lucar, as Jack
I
says that,
sort of
Lucar,
pushed by everybody and just gone to get the
Lucar,
drink.
you see a stand where the guy's like, popcorn, get some popcorn here.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
So you get
I was sort of in the back of the pack, but I sort of pushed by everyone to get to the
yeah.
popcorn.
So you get a piece of jerky and you're eating it and you're like, man, this is the best freaking jerky ever. And Lissa, you see Lucar's just eating fat twigs off the ground.
I mean, is that the worst thing we've seen Lucar eating, right?
Azuri, do you go to the fried stuff?
Yeah, I'm like tugging at Skogar, and I'm like, do you want to come over and get some? It looks like this is something that'd be right up your alley. I mean, we can get a snack over here.
We can eat it all, but yeah, we can start here. We'll start here and then try it all.
Yeah, I'm a little more hesitant to like leave the group and wander off. So I'm like, come on, how about we can all go over and get some good fried stuff here.
I will grab your sleeve and will slap you in the face, and I will tell you there is nothing here. Do not follow those two who have only stomachs for brains.
Velma, roll a d20 on that smack and tell me what you get.
Skogar passed, but he's still like, this looks pretty good.
You don't even see anything, though.
I mean, if they're eating it, I might as well.
There might be some
I got a
twigs.
straight 13.
No, he's
on
convinced
that.
that there's food somewhere.
You got a what, Velma?
Straight 13 on a
Okay.
D20.
And Jonathan, why don't you roll your con save again?
Con save that time is a 17.
Ooh.
You snap out of it and you see no food stands anywhere. And you see Lucar gnawing on a stick. And in the other hand, he's got a dead rat that he looks like he's about to take a big bite out of.
Do you think he's gonna do it? I think he's gonna do it. I think he's gonna do it.
Should we stop him?
No, this will be awesome.
I got your back, Azuri.
I pull out the old smart stone.
It's a pretty good looking rat. He says out loud.
And you've got Lucar, you have a jerky in one hand and a turkey leg in the other.
Nice.
I
also have an answer to the question of who did something that pissed you off when I come to and realized Jack took a picture of this.
There you go. So yeah, you take a big bite out of the dead rat, and everybody sees it. And as that happens, you then come to, and all the stands disappear, and you see what you just took a bite out of.
I'm like, eh.
That's exactly what I was hoping you would do. Okay.
You gonna finish that?
So this was more of a little distraction. So you see there's you see the path continues forward. There's a little gap to like hop over, but nothing that requires a dex. So as you come around this pathway to this corner here, and then you come into the next room, you see there's all these green spores just like floating around the room. And let's say Skogar, let's say you're the first one that walks in. I'd like you to do can you do a stealth for me?
Yeah. Oh shit. That's a natural 20. Skogar's he's really like, oh man.
So
unburdened by just wearing leather pants.
So because you got a nat 20, not only are you passing through this unaffected, but you also feel that you can give a piece of advice to the rest of the group to help them out. And what is that piece of advice?
That rock over there, that's slippery. Don't just hug the wall.
All right. Everybody else, give me a stealth, please. Tell me anybody that gets below a 14.
13.
I got a 10.
Okay.
It's this bright orange sweater.
So Azuri fail, Velma fail, Skogar's good.
Liz is good.
Liz is good. Lucar's good. Jack, what'd you get?
I got good. I'm good. 18.
Okay. So Zuri and Velma, you just you make it through to the end. And then but you feel like you feel that for the next let's say the next few hours, you're gonna have a really hard time being able to tell a lie at all. So any persuasion checks that you make will be at disadvantage. So it's just a weird. You just feel kind of odd, but it's nothing too terrible. So you have reached the end of the path, and you walk forward, and you see a small beach area ahead of you, and this gorgeous hot spring, heart-shaped pool area. And you all see a young woman swimming, skinny dipping, swimming in the water. And she's relaxed and meditative and just swimming. And then she sees you guys. And if you glance over to the left side of the beach, and there's a pile of clothing, and she sees you, and she's like, ah, and she covers herself up, and she's like, who the hell are you? What do you want? You should not have been able to get in. It's like,
Gogar sucks in his gut real quick.
I can't tell a lie.
What'd you say, Velma?
Yeah, Velma.
We're the mystery solvers.
Is that what we're going with?
Well,
the mystery of how this angel has fallen down from heaven.
Oh, wow. Skogar. She just looks at you, Skogar, and then looks at all of you and says, "You still didn't answer my question."
Oh, we're looking for a girl.
Okay.
Well, I mean, she was kidnapped by vampires, but maybe not really. Maybe just ran off with her boyfriend. And then we came to this janky ass amusement park.
Would you have met any girl named Olivia while you were down here?
She says, "I'm Olivia, and I'm here with my love, Edward."
Cool. Your dad's
Skogar's gut
for you.
comes back out.
And then she says, "I'm here with my love, Edward." And then Jack, you say something about her dad. I'm surprised Eddie didn't stop you from getting in here. I wonder where he went off to. And right as she finishes that, in comes a very, very skinny, pale-skinned humanoid in swim trunks, and he's gnawing on a rat on a stick. And then he speaks and says, "Hey, babe, I got you those shallot chips that you like." And he stops and he spits out his rat. It's like, "Who the hell are you guys?" And then his voice gets louder and he says, "Why are you here?" But he's still like raspy. "You shouldn't be here."
We're the mystery solvers. Mystery solvers is what.
Since I cannot tell a lie, I'm going to have to do an insight check before I ask this next question. I want to know if she really can do better than this guy, dude.
Nice.
I got a 17.
Nice.
Okay. So what are you asking?
I am asking, I'm going to ask Olivia, what are you doing here? You can do better than this guy. I'm assuming a 17 can tell me that she could do it better.
Like what's her out of 1 to 10? What is she? And out of 1 to 10, what is he?
Exactly.
She is an on-dare 7. And he is a Shadow Marsh's 9. And
Are I mean,
And
this guy's something.
and she says to you, Velma, she's like, well, I love him. He's my one true love. He's been nothing but kind to me. We've been together for so long. My father hates him.
From a fellow boy from the Shadow Marshes, he's a little skinny around the shoulders, don't you think? And Skullgar steps forward.
And he's and Edward's like, hey, you watch, you be careful. And his eyes turn a little bit reddish, and he sparkles a little bit. And so then Olivia starts to like, she just starts to walk. She starts to walk out of the water, and she's just like, she's not covering herself. She's just walking out, like, and everything, all the goods on full display. And Edward like runs up to her with a towel, and he's like, babe, I thought we said no free shows, and like and hands her a towel. She puts it around, wraps it around her, and she comes up to you, Jack. And she's like, and her lips are a little blue. She's been in the water a while. Did my dad offer you gold to find me?
He sure did. And here you are.
How much exactly?
He gave us 300 to start with, and then he said payment upon your return.
Wait, what?
Like, so she goes, so whatever he offered, I can beat it and give you money if you just leave us the hell alone.
Okay, let me talk to my friends.
So, and then she's like, well, no, hold on, wait, I'm not done monologuing yet.
Okay, go for it. I'm sorry.
And Edward's like, yeah, just listen to her. She's really smart.
You're a good listener, Edward. That's why I could see why she likes you.
While they're monologuing, can I take a picture of Edward and see?
You sure can. Yeah, absolutely.
Does he show up in a photograph?
I don't know. You'll have to shake it off, and we'll get to that in a minute.
We will.
So she says, I make so much gold, hand over fist on Just Friends. I can swing it. I got a better idea though.
What's your idea? Tell me.
So you can take my money.
Okay.
And meet back up with my dad.
Okay.
And say that you found both of us dead.
Oh.
And then she points at you, Velma, and she's like, you look like a nerd that takes photos. You could take a picture and we can fake our deaths. And she jumps up and down, getting all excited, and drops her towel. And he's like, and Edward comes up and he's like, come on, babe, come on, seriously, for real. Like, babe, these guys aren't subscribers. And
I put my arm around both of them, and I'm like, I love this idea. This is great.
Yeah, we could make this happen.
This is true love, and you're not going to let anything stand between you two. And I love it.
And that is exactly where we are going to stop for tonight.
Oh man!
So you will need to think of. You will have this next week to think of like the most optimal way to fake their death and pull it off to her dad.
I've already decided.
Nice.
So you'll
can
have
we discuss
to,
this out of game? You
can discuss out of game, Discord, whatever you want to do. You can private message each other. You can do a group chat. It doesn't.
Oh, I like private message. Let's just mess with the DM.
That's fine, man. That's fine. Come up with whatever you want to come up with.
It's got to be convincing, because I cannot fake one of these pixie photographs.
Oh, and you shake the photo, and guess what? He doesn't show up in it. Dun dun dun.
Even better.
So that's where we're gonna end tonight. So you guys got a plan to fake a death and try to pull a con, and hope y'all had a good time.
This is what I've been waiting for.
So let's retro back to a couple different things, just like, because I've seen this get done previously. someone was talking about this in like a video I saw about talking about things that you missed kind of deal, right? Which I think is kind of cool to see what could have happened. So when you guys first took the fork and you chose to go to the cave and the other option was to go to the Star Peak Valley or whatever it was, you would have gone to a ski resort, and one of you would have had to have raced Edward in a downhill slalom ski race doing dex saves to see if you would beat him. So that was the
Oh
other
man,
option.
true 80s movie style.
Right?
Exactly. That's totally what it was going to be.
Kind of
It was
missing
gonna be
out,
like-
actually.
And the cat puzzle thing was all you had to do was place cards in the brazier. Not all you had to do is place cards 1 through 9 in the brazier in any order with no face cards, and the cat would have come to life, done some stuff, meowed, and then puked up a thing for you guys to take, and then it would have just just
Nice.
disintegrated.
That sounds pretty cool.
So yeah, so those were the little tidbits that you missed. But I think a lot of awesome, cool stuff still happened. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and plot that death, and we'll see you in a week.
Awesome.
Will the gang pull one over on Marcus and make extra coin? Will the murder hobos go on tour again soon? Will Azuri meet with Pam at student counseling? How will Alyssa train her harpy anyways? And will Lucar start to go crazy because of his patron? Answers to all this and so much more on the next episode of Eberron Adventures. If you would like to support this podcast, please do so by going to patreon.com/Eberron Adventures. And for a mere $3 a month, you can get a shout out. Just like our very first Patreon supporter, Jonathan Boyd. Thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate the donation and your support. Once again, that is patreon.com/Eberron Adventures. See you next week.